Hello everyone. What is up? How is everyone? We're back with some more Steins Gate. This time I actually have a save, so I don't have to speed run all the way back to where I was, thankfully. Not an idiot anymore. Yes. So we were about to get into a conversation with I don't remember her name, but with the athletic girl, right? I'm assuming because of the bike. Immediately, a bicycle skids to a stop in front of me. I knew it. Shizua gets off her bicycle and gives me a strange greeting. I want to ask her, are you an American or something? But I'm distracted by her shiny bicycle. It's the same bicycle that was in front of the Brawn Tube workshop yesterday. I guess it belongs to her. I wonder how much that set her back. I mean, it does look pretty expensive. Pretty nice technique there. And bicycles are fun, aren't they? I've never ridden one before coming here. You'd never ridden a bicycle? No, I have ridden motorcycles before, though. Isn't that backwards? Yeah, honestly, yes. Weird girl. And what's with that flashy braking back there? I think it'd be pretty dangerous if she did that all through the town. Beginners get cocky and get into accidents. You see that pattern all the time. If you're gonna go full speed, at least wear a helmet. Going to work now? Yep. The Brawn Tube workshop's shutters are open, but the shop itself never opens until around 11 or 12. I don't know exactly when. It seems to change with Mr. Braun's mood. Hey Shoujo, welcome in. Lurking like a stealthy time traveler will keep the secret safe until you return? Facts. Welcome in, Shoujo. Enjoy the lurk. That's perfect. There's something we need to talk about. But I need to get the shop ready for business. Just what does this crumbly old Brawn Tube workshop need to get ready? Nothing really. Geez, I just mindlessly sweep in front of the shop. If I clean inside, the boss gets angry. Everything's where it needs to be, he says. Thanks for your daily check-in, Shoujo. So he's paying her to not clean? Congrats on being first, Shoujo. Something's wrong with that guy. So, hear me out then. Hello, Shoujo. Hope you're having a good day today. But I'm so tired. In other words, she doesn't feel like talking. I glare at her. You would be unwise to anger me. Does it have to be right now? My glare is not very effective. She doesn't falter at all. But I still maintain my stern expression and nod. Then go ahead. Suza shrugs her shoulders as she locks her bicycle. Then she turns to me. We snooze the ads. But keep it short, okay? Hold that thought. So it's Faris. Don't tell me you plan to face them head on. But that will turn Akaba into a sea of blood. Nyan, restrain yourself, Gyoma. Okay, I will do my best, Faris. Whatever you say. Anyway, back to Suzu. Where's the IBN 5100? No intel yet. What? I don't know. Oh. But by the way you talked yesterday, it sure sounded like you knew. No, I know someone who knows. Then take me to them. I won't take no for an answer. Refuse and I'll show you a living hell. I can't. Come on. I even said I'd show you a living hell. I can't introduce you even if I wanted to. What do you mean? Don't tell me they're an imaginary... They've been dead for years. I'm sorry. Nah, it's okay. Anyway, there's nothing I can tell you, honestly. Honestly, I'm hoping you can tell me something. Kai's a bully? Is he bullying you? Here, let me see. Let's see, where were we? The last I saw was... Everything is a weapon. So, hammers, metal bars, rolling pin. I had 3 wooden spears. I found an axe, got exhausted. Don't use guns ever. Don't let your stamina go below 75. Break off combat. Don't carry too much crap, blah blah blah. That's why I fight with you. Drink alcohol. Throwing Kai at the zombies, that's a good idea. I see. I mean, at least he gave some kind of tips. Even if it's a lot of tips you already know. Suzuha pats me on the shoulders. Funny. You'd think I'm the one who's supposed to cheer her up. Just then, Mr. Braun opens the door and makes his appearance. Hang on, let me drink some water before I do his voice. Oh, brought out the spray bottle. Hey, part-timer. It's only your 3rd day and you're late. Sorry, boss. The streets were a little crowded this morning. If you're not gonna take this seriously, I can always give you the boot. Here? As for you, Okabe, don't you lay a finger on my part-timer. Aren't you the lecherous one here, Mr. Braun? Why, you... Just try saying something like that in front of Nay. I'll murder you. Gotta keep my honor as a father. Besides, I ain't got no use for a skinny kid like her. That's rude. What was that? Take that back, boss. Suzuha is actually mad now. What? You mad? I'm not a kid. I'm a warrior. Huh? What are you talking about? Suzuha's burning passion as the manager's shocked. I, on the other hand, am impressed. On impulse, I take Suzuha's hand and grasp it firmly. I don't like the way he said this. I like the look in your eyes, you part-time warrior. They shine with the radiance of the beast unseen in modern men. Hey Kai, welcome in. Congrats on 2nd, and thanks for the JD check-in. Au revoir. Never forget those eyes of yours, and you shall surely change class from part-time warrior to true warrior. What do you want about? But I'm already a warrior. Stay diligent in your training, and you shall have a place at my side on the field of Ragnarok. Ragnarok? Suzuha looks confused. What's that? The final battle against CERN. You've got something like that planned? Count me in if you do, but I've never heard of it. Of course you haven't. This is the first time I've revealed it, for I shall be the one to initiate Ragnarok, and the world shall be reborn. Wow, you sure are brave. You'll probably fail, but I like your spirit. I wish my comrades were as spirited as you are. Apparently, Suzuha has comrades. I'd like her to introduce me. That way, I can form my personal army, the Phoenix Crusaders. I prefer the Lunar Fang. Oh, wait a sec. Why does she assume I'll fail at Ragnarok? Looks like I need to instill the fear of Hyo Kiyoma into this girl. Why does my store attract nothing but weirdos? Damn! Whatever, part-timer. Just come inside. Coming! Later, Rintaro. Suzuha waves and winks at me as she heads inside the store. Wait up, Okarin! Then Mayuri comes down the stairs, passing Suzuha. So you're going to help me search after all. That's the Lab Mem's spirit. Oh, no, that's not it. I was thinking about buying lunch. She really is a glutton. It's not even lunchtime yet. So, where do you plan to go? What to eat? Mayuri places her finger on her bottom lip in thought as she walks. Sanbo's beef bowl sounds good. This tiny high school girl truly has guts to enter Sanbo alone. That place isn't like the chain restaurants with their colorful menus and brightly lit interiors. First-timers are often cowed by the old-school atmosphere. Plus, the clientele is almost exclusively male. But Mayuri doesn't care. She just sits there, shoulder to shoulder with students and salarymen, smiling as she eats her beef bowl. Meanwhile, the Sanbis, regular Sanbo customers, are posting comments online like, "The goddess has arrived," or "The goddess for the win." But Sanbo isn't open this early. I tried to warn her, but Mayuri is no longer there. She's gone. Mayuri disappears like this every so often. And each time she does, I wonder for one terrible second if she really has vanished from the world. I look around and see Mayuri standing at a distance. She's gazing up at the sky through the buildings. Here we go again. She's stopped in the middle of the street, so other pedestrians look at her, wondering what she's doing. But she doesn't notice their stares. She slowly reaches out to the sky, as if entranced. then she freezes in that position. This is one of Mayuri's habits. I call it Stardust Handshake. Okay. Mayuri says that she's liked looking at the night sky ever since she was little. Her reason is romantic, or perhaps childish. I feel like I can reach the stars. When I asked her about it one day, she just smiled and gave that answer. At first, she only reached out to the night sky, but lately, she's been doing it without regard to the time of day. Like now, even when she's walking and talking with someone, something inside her just seems to switch on. Honestly, it's a little crazy. It's too early for stars, Mayuri. I walk up to Mayuri and call out to her. She slowly lowers her hand with a blank smile on her face. Did you know? Even during the day, the stars are still up there. Yeah, they are. Getting philosophical is nice and all, but it's dangerous to stop in the middle of the street. That's true. Oh, just now, when I was looking at the stars, I decided to have ramen for lunch today. How are ramen and stars even related? Mayuri's mind works in mysterious ways. I know I said I'd search for the IBN 5100, but I have no idea where to start. I spent about an hour in an internet cafe searching for information, but turned up nothing. I buy some mango juice with tapioca from a juice stand inside Yorobashi. I lose myself in thought as I drink it. It's Saturday, so it's starting to get crowded in front of the station. Some maids are distributing leaflets to the people coming out. I know Daru is well acquainted with retro PCs, but is there anyone else? Let me drink some water. Oh yeah, Shining Finger was obsessed with the IBN 5100, wasn't she? I'm really reluctant to contact that male demon, though. But ultimately, my feelings are trivial. Ragnarok hangs in the balance. But I decide not to bother. I finished my drink and wandered towards Chuo Dori. Then comes an email, almost as if on cue. Don't tell me. Is it the male demon? Will you get back to me already? Mocha. It's like she can read my mind. I instinctively scan the area, searching for that gloomy woman in the crowd. No sign of her tailing me. Oh well, I guess I'll send her a reply. I don't know Shiny Finger's phone number, so I'll just send her an email for the time being. In the email, I ask her to call and include my phone number. Didn't she say no to calling? Now I just have to wait for her response. And there it is. Wait, hang on. I clicked too fast. What was it? This one? That's a quick reply. But I asked her to call, so why did she reply by email? Wait, she wants it by email? You finally contacted me. I don't like talking on the phone, so let's exchange emails instead. Please? Mocha. There's a lot to cover. I'd rather not have to type it all out. I need to find out her phone number. Give me your phone number, along with any information you have on the IBN 5100. And send. I look up after finishing my email and see a huge crowd of people in front of Radicon. I guess the satellite is still a big deal. The media presence hasn't died down since the day of the crash either. Radicon is still closed. And of course, the satellite is still there. 30 seconds pass before I get a reply. Right as I'm about to look down and read the email, I catch sight of a familiar face in the crowd.
Oh.
Ah. Well, it isn't my assistant. What are you doing here? No, I want to see this. Hey, when did I become your assistant? Okay, I can't read it. She looks like she'll snap at me, so to dampen her spirits, I go back to checking my email. I don't have anything. How about you? Mocha. What is wrong with this woman? I told her to tell me her phone number and she just ignored me. I'm pretty sure you ignored her first. She said no phone calls. And she doesn't even have any information. How useless can you be? Why are you glaring at me? Don't worry about it. You're not the cause of my frustration. Oh, so you're just raging. Don't glare at me. You've glared at me before, haven't you? That's because you keep doing pervy... No. I'm not saying anything. Another one? Sorry, I keep going a lot. Tell me the Super Hacker's address. I want to snap my phone in half and throw it on the ground. What do you mean, tell me the Super Hacker's address? You're making fun of me with that music note. You're not getting anything from me. Anyway, why does she need to send me 2 short consecutive emails? I mean, she might as well just combine them into one. Are the emails you're getting really that unpleasant? They're more unreasonable than unpleasant. I can't quite describe it in one word. Stop sending me all these short emails. I'm begging you, just gather your thoughts and send everything together. She's gonna reply immediately. I feel a little satisfied after sending that email. I turn to Kurisu again. So, Christina, what brings you here? If you're gonna call me names, could you at least be consistent? Anyway, my business here doesn't concern you. Why are you pouting? I'm not pouting. I just don't want to get involved in your silly games again. Nonsense. You're already a lab member. You have a duty to work for the benefit of the lab. Well, she is only a temporary member. No. It's because he's a temporary member that we need to get as much out of her as we can. I regret losing myself to curiosity back then. Kurisu sighs and looks up at the satellite. We're not alone. Several other people are standing here and looking up. It's Akaba's latest tourist attraction. Did you come to see the satellite? I guess. It doesn't make sense. Normally they calculate satellites' orbits so that they burn up in the atmosphere when they fall. So how can that thing be in such perfect condition? And that's to say nothing about the huge hole it punched in the building. Are satellites that durable? Where is this satellite from, anyway? They still don't know. Rumors say it's from the former Soviet Union, but Russia denies it. So it looks like they can't remove it yet. 3 days have passed and it's still unknown. How interesting. I smell a conspiracy. What if it's a time machine? So it's another organization cover-up. They knew I'd be at Radicon and tried to erase me. Organization? What's that? The organization is the organization. Its formal name is something else. But all those who know of its existence call it the organization out of fear. They rule the world from the shadows, transcending nations, with politics, economics, religion, even science in their clutches. That's obviously a crackpot conspiracy theory. Thank you very much. Karisu hangs her head and blushes for some reason. Well, what's wrong? Nothing. Really. Nothing, okay? Say another word and I'll hit you. Crazy girl. Ah, looks like Kai noticed, Kaz. He's on to you. Anyway, what's happened with the phone wave? I thought you didn't want to get involved. And it's not the phone wave. It's the phone wave named subject to change. But just answer me. Have you learned anything? No progress. We've tried repeating the experiment, but at present, we haven't been able to reproduce the discharge phenomenon or send another email to the past. I see. Another email. Damn you, shiny finger. I said not to send so many short emails. But she doesn't seem to get it. I can't handle this male demon. I guess I do like that. Oh no. Well, let's save checking the email for later. Let's not. Let's check it now. You're pompous, but at least you have some manners. Oh, that's smile. Cute. Oh, what do you mean? I hate people who play with their phones in the middle of a conversation. Ah, so that's why you grabbed my phone when we first met. To be fair, he just doesn't want to check this one because he knows who it is. Otherwise, he would be checking it. When we first met? I didn't do that. Yeah, you did. There I was, giving my report, when you grabbed my phone out of my hand. I shut my mouth before I finished. The events at Radicon. My story of what happened back then doesn't mesh with Daru's story. It didn't mesh with Mayuri's. Now it won't mesh with Kirisu's. So in the end, was that a dream? A hallucination? Did we not just have a talk with a certain someone? Someone named John about the world line? What? What do you mean giving your report? No, it's nothing. So, about the phone wave name subject to change. After the experiment, you screamed something like a time machine. It can't be. Did something awaken a past trauma? No, don't go making one up either. Back when she was 5 years old, Christina was on the plains of Arkansas when lightning... I wasn't hit by lightning. And I was still living in Japan when I was 5. Why Arkansas? I was trying to imagine tranquil scenery. The first state to come to mind was Arkansas. The second was Oregon. Not Utah? I mean, relatively speaking, isn't Utah more suitable? Then answer me, Christina. Why did you freak out back then? No reason. I simply didn't want to believe. Fringe science should stay in the realm of fiction. Fringe science? Don't be ridiculous. Up there's the spray bottle again. Do you like that, Kai? You saw it with your own eyes. You saw the email leap to the past. You saw the banana travel instantly through space. I saw... But we must be missing something. Maybe we're just seeing what we want to see. Remember what I said at ATF? Time machines are just a pipe dream given modern technology. And yet, a bunch of amateurs like you just stick a phone and a microwave together and expect time travel to occur. Ridiculous. But it did occur. Will you deny what you saw with your own eyes? Are you saying that theories trump reality? Then I hope you enjoy sophistry and word games, because that's all you'll ever have. What do you mean, word games? Quantum theory, for example. You ask me, the theories like that are nothing but word games. Wait, are you rejecting modern physics? Who do you think you are? Trust what you see. The only things that matter are things that happen. Things that don't happen, things that aren't observed, are just hypotheses. When hypotheses pile up and theories are verified, they become reality. That's how modern physics comes to understand the truth of the universe. But sometimes, your hypotheses are mistaken. Even Einstein was wrong about some things. So you're going to do nothing, just because you could be wrong. Then enjoy your dirty little lab and your silly gadgets, because that's all you'll ever have. You'll never reach the truth that way. Failure teaches success. I see. Nice rebuttal. You're never getting off your high horse, are you? By the way, Christina, I have always felt that physicists are hypocrites. What? There are phenomena that everyone knows occurs in reality, but which physicists refuse to research. What do you think about that? I don't know what to say unless you can give me some examples. Ghosts, for instance. The occult? Really? You refuse to research it. Just because it's the occult. That contradicts what you just said. You'll never reach the truth that way. People have seen ghosts. There is even photographic evidence. So where are the theories? Why do physicists refuse to speak? It's a different field of study. You can't call physics the study of natural phenomenon, then decide some things don't count. True, but... And that's why we must investigate the phenomenon of sending emails to the past. You shall assist me. No. Risu gives me a clear-cut answer, along with her usual glare. So the genius girl really does hate me. I won't have a hand in your fringe science. I won't make the same mistake my father did. Your father? You make a fine argument, but it won't work in the scientific community. The day you decide to research time travel is the day you're out of a job. How can you be so certain? Because that's what happened to my father. Kurisu grimaces. My father, a physicist, loved time machines. He was so fascinated by Wells' The Time Machine that he seriously studied time travel. But because of his obsession, he was practically exiled from the scientific community. I will never get involved with time travel research. That makes sense. That's a decent reason. I can't blame her for that. This time, her sheer force of will gives me pause. I think she's really pissed. Just a little bit. Also, you're gonna piss off Shining Finger as well. I may have stepped on a landmine here. What do I do? If I get her any angrier, she might seriously hit me. Let's calm her down a little. Yeah, let's do that. But what should I say? I'm sorry, I got emotional. She apologizes first. Christina's calm character saves me. Don't worry about it. I wanted to test your character, so I made you angry on purpose. Huh? Anyway, the phone wave isn't a time machine. Email is a man-made system, so this phenomenon should be explainable in the scope of that system. I understand. I had no idea you hate time machines that much. It's almost like an allergy. I apologize for forcing you to become a lab mem. You don't have to come again. I wasn't planning on it. But know this, Christina. Don't call me Christina. Lab mem number 004 will be a retired number. That number is yours forever. I finished my speech and turned my back to Kurisu. I won't look back. Because that's what cool guys do. They just walk away, not looking back. I walk away slowly, with my eyes closed. It's kind of hard to walk like this. Hope I don't bump into anyone. Or anything. Wait, am I even walking straight? You look ridiculous. My shoulder is suddenly pulled from behind. I brace myself so I don't fall backwards. What are you doing? You ruined my perfectly staged exit scene. You call yourself my assistant. No, I don't call myself your assistant. And besides, I still have something to ask you. Damn it. Her stubbornness has already returned. I asked you about this before, but you said I got stabbed, right? I demand an explanation. Ah, yes. The other real-life phenomenon that has yet to be explained. Sorry. I'm pretty sure it's been explained, though. That was just something I hallucinated. Let's just leave it at that for now. Why would you dream about me? I don't know. And it wasn't a dream. It was a hallucination. You said something about Dr. Nakabashi, didn't you? Dr. Nakabashi held a time machine presentation at Radicon that day. That presentation was cancelled because of the satellite crash. So it seems. But in my hallucination, the presentation proceeded as planned. Mayuri and I went to see it. You came over to flirt with me. That is not what happened. Do not embellish. I don't flirt. Especially not with idiots like you. Like I said, it wasn't real, okay? No. Maybe this world is what isn't real. That would explain the riddle of the phone wave name subject change. If this world is some kind of simulation, then we can disregard the laws of physics. Let me drink some water. Escapism? That's unexpectedly chicken of you. It's a hypothesis. Your favorite thing. So who stabbed me? Don't tell me it was you. I recall the sight of Kurisu collapse in a puddle of blood. It sends shivers down my spine. Was I really just a hallucination? It was too real. I can clearly remember the smell of blood. You were already dead when I got there. I didn't see who did it. I don't get it. Why do I have to die in your mind? You have something against me? Of course not. At that point in time, we had only just spoken once. We were just strangers. Well, that one time we talked was during the events, I imagine. So strictly speaking, at that point in time, all I knew about her is what I'd read in the magazine. Anyway, we didn't know each other. That's why I ran away instead of calling for an ambulance. My hero. What? You want me to go back in time and give you CPR or something? I'd need to use the phone wave name subject to change for that. I've heard enough. No more hallucinating about me, okay? Dying isn't fun, even if it's in someone else's head. I can't make any guarantees. That would require perfect 24-hour surveillance inside my brain. You have a comeback for everything, don't you? Kurisu shakes her head in exasperation, then turns and walks off towards the station. Looks like she wants to end the conversation. In revenge for last time, I grabbed Kurisu's slender shoulder from behind. Ah! What now? I'm not done talking. You trying to pick a fight? It's revenge for ruining my farewell scene, Christina. You shall regret your thoughtless actions. Okay, fine. What is it? About the IBN 5100. I don't know what you're talking about. If you don't know, then forget about it. Farewell. We will not meet again. I turn my back to Kurisu. This time, I'll make a perfect... Hey, don't tell me to forget about it. She grabs my arm. Damn it! This is the second time! What is the IBN 5... whatever? Then IBN 5100. It's a retro PC from 1975. I'm looking for one. Yeah? What are you going to do with it? Looks like she's interested. She was the same way when she came to the lab. I guess this girl is just brimming with curiosity. Interested? Kurisu quickly averts her eyes. But she doesn't let go of my arm. You're interested, aren't you? Just a little bit. Then I shall answer. The IBN 5100 is the key to unlocking CERN's most closely guarded secrets. CERN? You mean the CERN? Indeed. Through the tireless efforts of my faithful lab MEMS, we have uncovered evidence that CERN is researching time travel. Come on, be astonished. Great, I shouldn't have asked. Karisu gave me a cold glare. Then let's go and starts walking away. This time, she's gone for good. Damn you. Just you watch. I will expose CERN's secrets if it's the last thing I do. The next day, I decide to hit Akaba's computer parts store. I did as much as I could yesterday after partying with Karisu, but no luck. Finding an IBN 5100 is obviously going to be a huge pain in the ass. What about the mail? Was I being annoying? I'm sorry. But I really need information on the IBN 5100. You're the only lead I have right now. I'm relying on you. I swear I won't send any more any more short mails. So please don't abandon me. I need you to help me look for an IBN 5100. I promise to let you know as soon as I learn anything, so let's work together, okay? Mocha. I'm standing in the narrow tunnel that runs beside the Radicon building. Small shops selling everything from motherboards to resistors to vacuum tubes line both sides of the tunnel. Here lie the vegetables? I know how to say this. Vegetables of the old electric town. Akaba's conscience, so to speak. Is vegetables spelled differently, or is that the word? Casual otaku usually avoid stores like these. It's like a holy land that only true fanatics can enter. Not that I'm an expert on computer parts. Furthermore, these shops only sell parts, so it's actually kind of silly to be searching for a whole PC here. Still, something about the sight of all these electronics gets my blood pumping. I have to hide my excitement to maintain my dignity. If a shopkeeper yells, "Hey, kid, you're 10 years too young for this stuff," then I'll have no choice but to run. Fortunately, no one has yelled at me yet. In fact, the storekeepers seem to be ignoring me. They must be more open-minded than I thought. Or maybe they just don't care. I search each store in turn, but turn up neither hide nor hair of an IBN 5100. The ringing of my phone draws a sharp look from the nearest storekeeper. I force a smile and rush outside. What? Oh. Hey, Crayer. Welcome in. Thanks for the raid. And welcome in, raiders. Let's see, what does it say about Crayer? Crayer is your go-to for casual yet competitive gaming. This Asian PNG tuber is all about that League of Legends life. But don't be surprised if they switch it up with some World of Warcraft. Last we checked, they were just chilling and ranking up in League of Legends. A filthy tryhard? More like a fabulously dedicated gamer. That's a pretty good one. But welcome in, guys. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. For those who don't know, my name is Carl Wolf. I'm a variety gamer, typically a story gamer, mostly. Playing RPGs, point-and-click adventure games, visual novels such as this one. Sometimes survival games, but usually story survival ones. Right now I'm playing Steins Gate, which is definitely heavy on the visual novel part. So I'm doing lots of reading, but welcome in, Raiders. Did you have a good stream, Crayer? It was League. Say no more. Say no more. I don't know much about League, but I still know enough to say no more. I won my last game and I was like, okay, I'm out. I won my one. Fair enough. GG. Fair enough. But nice. Good one. Ooh, that was close. I probably shouldn't go back in there today. I take a deep breath to calm myself down. That's when something strange catches my eye. There's a woman squatting on the ground nearby, her knees against her chest. In her hand is a gaudy purple phone. She's staring at the screen without moving a muscle. She's even more conspicuous since nobody else is around. And on further inspection, I realize it's someone I know. Is it Shining Finger? Or is it... Yep, it's Shining Finger. The Shining Finger! I call out to her, but she gives me no reaction. Text her. Shining Finger is just a name I made up, so I guess it's only natural. Her name was Moko? No. It's Mocha. Finger! Don't call her Finger! I stand in front of her and call her name. Well, the name I gave her. But she doesn't even look at me. Her fingers are typing rapidly on her phone, so she's definitely conscious. But she still looks dead. There's no life in her eyes. I'm actually worried. Despite the heat, she's not sweating at all. Can't you hear me? Who? Hyoin Kiyoma, the mad scientist. She glances at me for maybe half a second, then goes right back to staring at her phone. Who? What? Can't you even remember people's faces? Says the guy who can't remember their names. Of course, I'm the one who forgot her name. Exactly. I agreed to help you find an IBN 5100. Remember? This is the thanks I get? She twitches upon hearing the word IBN 5100. But she still doesn't look up. Okabe's Kun. It's Hyoin. Ignoring me, are you? Why won't you accept me as Hyoin Kiyoma? I was just about to say, is she going to send me an email? Sent email. Email? Well, I did just receive an email. Hello. Fancy meeting you here. I nearly flip out. Is this really something you should say by email when the person's standing right in front of you? It wouldn't take 5 seconds to say it verbally. She's friendly enough in her emails, but in person, she's a lump of unsociability. How can she write funny meeting you here without smiling at all? It makes me think that mails are coming from a different person. Well, we literally just watched her type that, so... I suppose it is quite a coincidence. Were you looking through the parts stores too? She doesn't even respond when I ask her a direct question. Another email. She's about to answer. I looked, but I couldn't find anything. Why won't you speak? Too hard. Isn't it harder to type everything out? You literally call her Shining Finger because of how quickly she types. like it's her psychic ability. What do you mean? My yelling does not have the desired effect. Instead of getting her act together, she buries her face into her knees. And why is she wearing such a short skirt? If she sits with her knees up like this, I can see everything. Not that there's a problem with that. Boy? I sigh, then turn and walk away. I buy 2 Max coffees from a nearby vending machine. The mails keep coming. I'm sorry. I apologize. So please, come back. I'm more tired than angry. Besides, my search has hit a dead end, so I need whatever information she has on the IBN 5100. I can't just go home. Come to think of it, her name was Moko, right? I remembered when I saw her email. I returned to Moko with the 2 Max coffees in hand. Ah, Okabe-kun. She's finally on her feet. She glances at me, then breathes a sigh of relief. Want one? She timidly accepts the Max coffee I hand to her. But she doesn't move to open it. I wait for the coffee to cool down, open the tab, and take a sip. Sometimes the sweetness is just what I need. Why don't you talk? Emailing is easier. Like hell it is. Maybe she's just afraid of people. When I finally consider that, I'm taken aback by my own thoughtlessness. Finally. Glad he finally noticed it. Although he is quite thoughtless a lot of the time. Of course. So that's what it is. Basically, she's afraid. As soon as he said she's afraid, I knew he had thought the wrong thing. Afraid of the insane mad scientist, Hyoen Kiyoma. Well, I can hardly blame her. In fact, I sympathize. Few indeed can withstand my aura of supreme madness. Oh, you're mad, alright. You're crazy for sure. I'm weird, aren't I? No, you're normal. Really? For no matter how disciplined your mind is, you cannot resist. You have nothing to be ashamed of. In this world, there exists something called absolute eternal truth. It's a wall, immovable no matter how much you struggle. And that's why people give up, abandon their dreams, choose a different path. But never forget this one thing. You hold within your heart your own STEINS gate. He said the thing! The STEINS gate? All people, without exception, possess their own STEINS gate. As long as you have yours, you may follow any path without losing your way, just as I follow mine. She nods. Looks like I got her to understand. So, on to business. Do you have any information on the IBN 5100? She answers by shaking her head slightly. How long have you been searching? About 2 months. Where have you looked? And of course, she starts to move her fingers at high speed. Oh, there it is. Oh, shoot. I think it said 4 people what? 4 people in 2 months. Stores, online auction houses, the usual. I also tried asking on @channel, and I even walked around Akihabara asking people. Or so I say, but I've only talked to about 4 people, including you. Even though hordes of otaku come to Akaba each day. Oh, move, go away. Have you tried talking to PC store employees? They'd know more than anyone else. She shakes her head again. She's clearly not cut out for this job. Sincere as she may be, she's just wasting time. That editorial company she works for must be incompetent if they chose her as their investigator. I don't think they are. Though I suppose it's also her fault for accepting the job, despite her handicap. You're being real judgmental, Rintaro. So, what's your actual goal? To obtain an IBN 5100? Or to investigate the urban legend? Both. I see. In that case, her search is limited to IBN 5100s in Akihabara. But I don't care about the urban legend. I just want to obtain an IBN 5100. My true goal is what comes afterwards. So I don't need to limit myself to IBN 5100s in Akihabara. I could just look online. I might be able to get one through an auction. That would take time and money though. She literally said that she looked on online auctions. If I don't find one in another few days, let's consider that option. Where do you plan to search next? That's... I'm... I didn't quite hear you. Mocha types out a mail at high speed. I honestly don't know where to turn. I've tried everything. You don't have to constantly sign it by you. She's useless. Don't worry. I have a network of informants at my disposal. Finding a retro PC should be no trouble at all. Why must you lie to her? Mocha looks at me for the first time today. I see respect in her eyes. Ah, misplaced. Very misplaced. Have you forgotten who I am? Yoen Kiyoma! I will stop at nothing to destroy the system and usher in a new era of chaos. That's... Okabe's STEINS gate. No! Hyoen! After parting with Shining Finger, I go to a nearby PC store to talk to an employee I happen to know. Is this your informant? But naturally, he doesn't know where to find an IBN 5100 either. Apparently, it was easier to find retro PCs 10 years ago, back when there were more underground niche stores. That would probably explain why well, no. He went further back to get one, never mind. Now those stores are all but vanished, driven out by stricter regulations and the inexorable spread of Mo culture. So I can't really say it's Mocha's fault that she's not useful. After all, I'm stumped too, and this is only my second day searching. Hunting for an IBN 5100 on an internet auction site is starting to look more appealing than confining my search to Akaba. But again, that would take time and money. That reminds me, Mayuri called before I met with Shining Finger. It's rare for the absent-minded Mayuri to be the one to contact me. I'm usually the one to contact her. I wonder what she wanted. Should I try calling her back? But where could she be now? She's not at work, is she? If she is, then I probably won't be able to get a hold of her. Let's contact her, not by phone, but by email. This is not me doing this. Wait, why are we in our own phone? If you need me, call again or send an email. That was fast. Is that her? I send an email and get a reply in a matter of minutes. That's it? Call Daru? Daru-kun says to call him. What does this mean? I guess there's no choice. I'll call Daru. What's up? It's me. Report the situation. Okarin? You're the only one who talks like that. Did you hear from Ayushi? No. She didn't tell me anything. Well, I'm at May Queen right now. Mayushi did some investigating. Sounds like Forest-han knows about the IBN 5100. Are you kidding me? How? What? Forest? Don't tell me that Catgirl and the IBN 5100 are connected somehow. I can't even imagine how they could be. I understand your confusion, but apparently there's a lot of retro PCs at her home. That's some unexpected good news. The tables have turned, and now I'm close to my goal. This too is the choice of Steins Gate. I don't get you. Didn't you literally say that I could do you in the butt? I feel like that's a much weirder thing to say than whatever I say. My guy. So, is Forest there? Of course. Today's the Forest Cup. Oh, right, the Forest Cup. I forgot about that. Forest Cup. What's that? I think I remember hearing about it, but I never really paid it any attention. Yeah. Kai. When I showed Forest-han an image of the IBN 5100, she said she donated a similar PC to a shrine 10 years ago. Don't know if it's the one we want, though. She donated it? To a shrine? Approve of what? Approve of what he says or what I say? What my character says? That's an unexpected combination. PCs and shrines. Consumer... What? He said uwu. Agree to disagree. Consumer electronics. And ancient Shinto rituals. Whatever. They're not even tangentially related. I need to grab some new water. Hold on. Let me grab a new bottle. There, much better. Which shrine? Didn't ask. My bad. If it's a shrine, it's not going to be that shrine, is it? Whatever. It's a lead. The only shrines in Akaba are Kanda Myojin and Yana Bayashi Shrine. I don't know if Forest was living in Akaba at the time, but at least it's a start. Well, I'm hanging up. The Forest Cup is about to begin. Redeems Kai's hydrate. Oh yeah, Kai, you need to drink water. I am also redeeming that hydrate. Kai, drink water. I see. Daru, I'm sure you can do it. Be sure to win. Leave it to me. What the hell is a Forest Cup anyway? Oh, hang on. And you hydrate me, huh? That's for me and you, Kai. That's for all Kais. That's how it works now. But thank you, Kai. What the hell is a Forest Cup anyway? No. More importantly, the shrine. Kanda Myojin is the larger and more popular shrine, so 9 out of 10 people would choose to donate something there. But when I inquire at the shrine office, nobody knows anything about an old computer. That leaves Yanabayashi's shrine. It's probably not there either, but I have to try. If that fails, I'll have to search all of Tokyo's shrines one by one. Okay, before that... Who is this? That sounded like a woman. I'm gonna go to Ep so I can stream really early and screw up my average viewer so it takes longer to get affiliates. How early? I might still be able to lurk while I'm at work. But definitely go get some sleep, Kaz. Have a good rest. See you later, Kaz. What? All I can hear is noise. Wrong number? No. Maybe... You're from the organization, aren't you? Is this a warning? You telling me to stop getting involved with SERN? Huh? It's a woman's voice. And she clearly doesn't understand what I'm talking about. You're not from the organization. No, it's Karisu. Makise? Thank you. Finally, he says it. Every time it's always in a full sentence and it's always said quickly. Makise. Who? Again, he forgets the names. Kai, come eat. You can take the floor. Spoon. Get a room, you two. I think I remember this voice from somewhere. Sorry, but I don't remember. Tell me where we met. Paris? Or London? Perhaps... Akihabara. We saw each other yesterday, remember? Yesterday. It's the genius girl, you idiot. Come on. Makise. Oh, my assistant. Christina. Not your assistant. Makise Karisu. If you don't say Christina, then I have no way of knowing it's you. I'm not Christina either. How many times do I have to tell you? You never stop complaining, do you? Whose fault is that? Whose? Oh, wait a minute. How do you know my phone number? Something's not right here. It's not like Karisu's free of suspicion. She could still be a spy. Hashida-san told me. Oh, that's boring. So what is it, assistant? I said I'm not your assistant. What's the point? Where are you now? I'm headed to Yanabayashi's shrine. Ah, okay. Bye then. Huh? What? What was that? Is she messing with me? She's messing with me! How dare my assistant treat me like this? I shall scold her most harshly the next time we meet. You think she's all that just because she was published in a major journal? She's obviously going to meet up with you, you idiot. Yeah, she's here now. Your accomplishments mean nothing to me. What are you talking about? When I arrive at Yanabayashi's shrine, I find my assistant waiting there for some reason. She glares at me with her usual frown. What was that phone call about? I just wanted to ask you where you were, and since you said you were coming here, I came. Nobody asked you to come. And yet, here I am. Why is she always in such a bad mood? She doesn't really like you, that would be the reason. Why did you come to see me? Not because I wanted to or anything. Don't get me wrong. She just keeps those abusive words coming. Well, maybe if you start remembering her name, her actual name, it'd be nicer to her. I can't stop thinking about what you said yesterday. What I said? About the IBN 5100 and CERN. Of course. You're working for CERN, not the organization. You're here to kill me, aren't you? That's what I thought. You have the face of a killer. What's wrong with my face? How rude. Can you calm down a bit? You're always screwing around. I can't believe you're older than me. Calm down. You don't understand what it's like to live on the run, never knowing when the next assassin will strike. All I'm hearing is gibberish. You come here to pick a fight? I just want to know about how the IBN 5100 and CERN are related. Don't you mean you're interested in CERN's time machine research? Be honest with yourself. Shut up. I'm not interested in time machines at all. More importantly, did you find an IBN 5100? That's why I'm here. Kurisu looks up at Yanabayashi's shrine, small archway. A shrine? Correct. Then, with perfect timing, a beautiful girl, boy, dressed in Miko garb appears from the nearby shrine office, holding a bamboo broom. It's a trap. Ah, Oka, Kiyoma-san. Hello. Lukako. Why don't you have it? Huh? Are you talking about Demon Sword? I thought I told you to carry it at all times. I'm sorry, but it gets in the way when I'm cleaning, so... What if they attack while you're cleaning? Nobody's gonna come to your rescue, you know. That's true. I'll be more careful from now on. I don't need your approval, it's my house. Yeah, I think Kai took over your house. With his superior hours of zomboid. Hey, what are you two talking about? Lukako finally notices Kurisu and gives me a puzzled look. Who might this be? My assistant. No. What kind of introduction is that? I'm only telling the truth, Christina. You're not Japanese? I am Japanese. Anyway, Lukako, I need to talk to your father about... Wait, introduce me properly. You want to be introduced? Properly. It's unnatural not to be introduced in this situation. I didn't come here to introduce you to Lukako. An introduction wouldn't take more than 10 seconds. What's wrong with you? Please don't fight. Lukako's flustered. It's like he thinks we're fighting. This is Makise Kurisu, my assistant. Yeah, whatever. Assistant, whatever. Nice to meet you. I'm Urashibara, Luka. Nice to meet you too. How old are you? 17 this year. A year younger than me. Oh, really? You're so grown up. I can't believe we're only a year apart. That means you look old. She glares at me. No, that's not what I mean you're very beautiful. Thanks. I think you're very cute. But he's a guy. Probably shouldn't tell her that. The shock from learning the truth might be enough to make her go back to America. On the other hand, she might actually know. Maybe. You're introduced. Happy? Can we move on now? You are such a jerk. Anyway, Lukako, I require an audience with your father. Can you make it happen? Yes. Sure. But why do you need to talk to my dad? It's a grave matter that concerns the future of mankind. The future? Of mankind. I'll go get him. Lukako races into the shrine office. He believes just about everything I say, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. He really should learn not to trust you or anything you say. He's really easy to deal with, unlike my rebellious assistant. She sneezed. Is it because we were insulting her? Talking about her? Oh no. Did I catch a cold? Harisu's sniffling should keep her too occupied to scold me for a while. Lukako's father soon appears. Lukako is pretty flustered. He's practically dragging his father behind him. Hurry, Dad! Hurry! Slow down a little. If you rush me, I'm gonna fall. But the future of mankind is at stake. Oh, well, that's certainly serious. I've met Lukako's father several times before. He's a gentle, respectable adult, with the exception of how he raised Lukako. Apparently, the reason Lukako wears Miko garb is because his father requested it. Maybe his dad's a pervert. No, it's not like I mean to mock the Shinto priesthood or anything like that. Ah, Hyoen-kun. It's been a while. Thank you for always taking care of Luka. The fact that he actually uses that name, that is respectable. The honor is mine. His name isn't Hyoen. Oh, he just didn't know what her name was. Okay, I see. Oh, really? You there, assistant. Stop making things complicated. I'm just telling the truth. What did she come here for? Luka told me that his name was Hyoen. Maybe Luka was just playing a trick on me. That's not it, Dad. Okabe is his real name, and Hyoen is, I'm Hyoen. Okabe Rintaro is the name your parents gave you, right? Are you denying that? Just be quiet, zombie. Who's a zombie? It's great that you all get along. Luka's dad looks at Harisu. Are you one of Luka's friends too? Please, get along with Luka from now on too. As you can see, this child of mine is so delicate. Come on, Dad. Harisu looks like she's going to cry for some reason. What's wrong? Is she upset that Luca's father assumes she's a friend? Harisu notices my stare and quickly turns away. So, Hyoin-kun, did you need me for something? That's right. This is no time for idle chatter. This meeting will shape the course of Ragnarok. The future of mankind is, well, whatever. I'm a mad scientist, not some sort of hero. I explained to Lukako's father how I need the IBN 5100. Then I asked him if that retro PCs was donated to Yanabayashi's shrine. Oh shit, I didn't read that. Of course, I don't disclose any classified information, like how we plan to hack SERN, or how this is all related to time machine research. I don't know if donated is the right word to use. But an old computer was entrusted to the shrine about 9 years ago. Eh? No way. Really? That's it. That has to be it. Please wait here. I'll go get it. Lukako's father comes back in about 10 minutes. His face is bright red, and he's carrying a large cardboard box. You didn't leave it in the box for 10 years, did you? His gait is fairly unsteady. I wonder if he'll be okay. It was hard to dig out. I think this is what you're looking for. Luca's dad places the box on the ground and takes a deep breath as he rubs his back. Was it that heavy? If it was heavy for him, you're screwed, Rintaro. Ain't no way you're gonna carry that. Maybe, Christina can carry it. He's pretty strong. I thank him and take a look inside. Oh, that's definitely it. An IBN 5100. Inside is a simple computer with an integrated monitor. The monitor is only about as big as a GPS screen. I compare it to the IBN 5100 image I got from Shining Finger. They look very similar. Ah, look at this. Lukaku points to the logo between the tape drive and the monitor. Between the tape drive and the monitor? Do you mean this? Is this the tape drive? What logo? Where? I do not see what you see. It says IBN 5100 portable computer. You know what? I'll just let him do the laughing. Finally, I have solved Akaba's urban legend. This is the Phantom PC of Akihabara. It's in excellent condition. There's only a thin layer of dust on it. But it looks like we'll need to plug it in to see if it works. Now the problem is whether Lukako's father will lend it to me. Urashibara, I'll be blunt. May I borrow this computer? I don't see why not. It was just sitting in a box for a long time. Sure. Seriously? Is it okay for a priest to just lend property out like that? Items which were donated to the shrine? I've never heard of anything like that. That's why I was expecting him to refuse. Boys, don't fight over fluff. There's enough to go around. You can all share. That's why I fight you? No, don't fight over fluff. When this was entrusted to us, the owner said this. If a young man ever appears and says that he needs this computer, no matter what, please lend it to him with my blessings. Is that so? I didn't think it would actually happen. To be honest, I'd forgotten about it entirely until you reminded me. I'm happy to lend it to you, Hyoin-kun. But please be sure to return it when you're done, okay? Of course. Thank you. I bow deeply, but in my heart, I'm grinning like a madman. I share if Kaz is a good girl, Uwu? I don't know, Kaz is kind of bratty. I can't stop laughing. Things are going better than I anticipated. It's almost like everything's being handed to me on a silver platter. Now SERN's secrets will be laid bare. We can expose their wicked research, and possibly even gather hints on the creation of a time machine. And then, I can complete the first time machine in human history. I mean, technically, if you do it before SERN does. Now I have to get the IBN 5100 back to the lab. But unfortunately, I don't have a card to transport it in. In fact, I don't even have a license. Same goes for my assistant. Can't Americans start driving at 16? Yes, true. How come you don't have a license? What? Something wrong with that? I spent all my time doing research. You're wasting your youth. I thought so too, until I met you. Now I realize I'm doing just fine. Touché. No fighting, please. You hear that, Kaz? Kai? The femboy says no fighting. Lukako's flustered again. You're a lifesaver, Lukako. Thank your father again for me. Luka's dad has already returned to the shrine. Lukako nods. Your father is a lovely man. Eh? Lukako and I freeze at my assistant's nonchalant words. My father is married. Adultery is bad. That is not what she meant at all. Huh? I see. Assistant. So you like older men. Can't say what he wants to say because not safe for work? Hey, wait. Don't misunderstand you two. That's not what I meant. I won't give up my father. Please don't cry. I just meant I was jealous of how well you get along with your father. That's all. Eh? Ah, of course. I'm sorry for the weird misunderstanding. That was so rude of me. Don't cry. We've resolved the misunderstanding, so it's all okay. But in the depths of your heart lies feelings for Luka's dad. Die. Christina turns away. I decide to leave it at that. Angering her any further could lead to violence. Lukako, don't forget your practice swings with the Samidara. Yes, sir. I'll do my best. Outside Kongali. It's Kangaroo. Don't forget it. I'm sorry. Hey, what kind of lowlife teases a girl? Okay, she doesn't know. I wouldn't know. Lukako is a guy. I ignore Christina and lift up the box with the IBN 5100 inside. Do you lift it up or do you attempt to and fail? You attempt and fail. Ah, it's heavy. I can barely get it off the ground. Barely? I don't think it even is off the ground. Let's be for real here. I put it down for now. You mean you let go for now? Now I know why Luca's dad was red in the face when he brought this thing in. Is it that heavy? Pathetic. It's only as big as a CRT monitor. Then why don't you try carrying it? Then you'll understand. You're gonna regret those words, Rentaru. But at least we can get home with it. Kurisu sighs, grabs both ends of the cardboard box, and lifts. Oh? Not as tough as I thought she was. She strains with all her might, but gives up without lifting it even a centimeter. I'm disappointed in you. It's really heavy. She blushes slightly, but still maintains her usual frown. My assistant seems to have a strong competitive spirit. This thing's gotta weigh like 30 kilos. Maybe we should borrow a pushcart. Ushibara-san, is there one in the shrine? There is one, but actually, it's broken. I'm sorry. Oh, is there some other place we could borrow? No, we don't need a pushcart. Then how are you going to bring it back? It takes about 10 minutes to walk to your rundown lab from here. It may be too heavy for one person, but it's a different story for two. You and I just need to carry it together. Why else do you think I made you my assistant? So that's why. Well, if we carried it together, we might be able to manage, but I refuse. Huh? I said no. I'm pretty sure you said, but I refuse. Shut up. I said no. Okay, I was trying to figure out who said this. But I refuse is a famous manga quote. Could Kurisu be an channeler? The whole reason you made me a lab mem was to borrow my knowledge. From this, it is elementary to derive the following. I won't do physical labor. I see. Then I guess I have no choice. I'll do my best to carry it, but... I glance at Lukako. He twitches when he notices my look, then timidly raises his hand with tears in his eyes. Then I will... Eh? You're going to help? Will you be okay? Are you trying to guilt Kurisu into helping so that Luca doesn't help? Yes, I'll do my best. No, Lukako. I shouldn't make you help me. I can manage by myself. Don't reverse psychology him. But we're friends, Okabe-san. I want to help you. No, I'll do it myself. I'll help you. Then, me too. Oh no, you fell for it. It was a trap! Please. Go ahead. Eh? What? Don't you know, Christina? This is what you call a Japanese gag. You sneaky... Thanks for the backup, Lukako. Now that that's settled, my assistant will help me carry the computer, so you don't have to help. Thanks for the offer. Wouldn't we get there faster if 3 of us did it together, honestly? It might be awkward walking, but... Ah, okay. If that's how it is, then. Now, assistant, since you volunteered, I won't let you refuse. Grab hold and heave. Fine. Shouldn't you carry it lower since she's shorter than you? You're kind of tilting it against her. Harisu and I lift up the cardboard box. The burden's considerably easier when distributed between 2 people. Probably even more so by putting it more on her. Why do we have to be face to face? Well, how else would this work? You want to carry it backwards? We're positioned so that we're looking at each other. But there's no other way to hold it. So what can you do? Yeah, seriously. Let's just go. I start to walk out of the shrine. Hey! Stop, stop, stop! I said stop! You're a noisy one. Don't walk forwards. Then I have to walk backwards. Let's walk sideways. Whatever. Get moving, assistant. Hey, listen. Please. Just listen. I can't walk backwards. Of course you can. You're my assistant. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I can't. I'm asking you to go sideways. No, I'm telling you to go sideways. Sideways! I'm going to fall. It's dark by the time we get to the lab. It's normally less than a 15-minute walk, but since Karisu kept begging to take breaks, it ended up taking twice as long. So 30? We finally made it. I'm exhausted. If you didn't complain so much about every little thing, we would have gotten here sooner. The fact that you had to take more breaks than this skinny wimp? Karisu, I'm very disappointed. Like, he doesn't even sound like he's out of breath. Where did that come from? He's supposed to be weak as hell. I'm right back at you. You stopped to take a break at least 5 times. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. I eat my words. You stopped to take a break at least 5 times along the way. Well, that's because I wasn't feeling well. Are you okay? It's just... occasionally... Oh god, now here it comes. Occasionally, my right arm aches. And when it does, dark destructive impulses overcome my soul. Shut up, or I'll tear the peripheral nerves out of that arm. Holy crap. There's something wrong with this girl. Rip out my nerves. It's like something from last year's New Gen incidents. Okay, I'll shut up. Let's bring the IBN 5100 into the lab. The final barrier awaits. We have to ascend this rickety building's narrow staircase. Sideways. Do not make her go backwards. Shouldn't you get your friends to help? You're right. Sorry. I checked the window. The lab's lights are on. Oh, her! Maybe she can carry it by herself. She is athletic. Huh? A part-time warrior comes out of the Brawn Tube workshop with perfect timing. If it isn't Okabe Rintaro, what you got there? You want to know? Then I'll tell you. Wait, if you're just gonna stand and talk, shouldn't we put the box down first? Yeah. Actually, wait. This will only take a second. Well, what is it? What if I told you? It's an IBN 5100. No way! You found it? Wow! Way to go, Okabe! Rintaro? I wish she'd stop calling me by my full name. If she's gonna do that, you should at least call me Hyoen Kiyoma. Where was it? It's heavy. Kurisu starts giving in. I'm about at my limit too. Let's put it down. Kurisu and I place it on the ground gently, so as not to damage the contents. So, where was it? Yanabayashi Shrine. Yanabayashi Shrine? You mean like a Shinto shrine? Yeah. Why was it there? Then suddenly, Suzuha looks at Kurisu. Ah! She gasps, then approaches Kurisu until they're close enough to feel each other's breath. I would say, for me, she is waifu number 1. She's possible waifu, I guess. But I say she stands at the top. Yes? Yes? For some reason, she stares at Kurisu with frightful intensity. Kurisu narrows her eyes in opposition. What's going on here? I can't move a muscle. The air is so thick with tension. What is it? Have I done something wrong? Suzuha turns away, and without looking back, disappears into the Brawn Tube workshop. She could have helped us. I feel like she could have carried it. Who was that? Now Kurisu demands answers from me. She works part-time at that store. Why was she glaring at me? How should I know? Did you do something to make her angry? I've never seen her before in my life. How rude. Kurisu picked a fight with me the first time we met too. But that was a hallucination, so I don't say anything. I get Daru and Mayuri to come down and help us, and the 4 of us carry the IBN 5100 upstairs. Good work, everyone. With this, we can fight. Who are you fighting? CERN, and the system that rules the world. If that's what makes you happy. Happy? Sorry, I had to hiccup. I do not desire happiness. Have you forgotten? I'm an insane mad scientist. What I desire is chaos. The time machine exists to bring chaos to the world. Never mind happiness. You're like a junkie hyper-secreting beta endorphins. I don't want you doing bad things, remember? But wow, I can't believe you found one. You make the impossible look easy. That's why we love you. That's why we I certainly don't admire him. Eh? For a moment, there's complete silence. It's all thanks to Mayushi. Mayuri, oblivious as always, puffs out her chest with pride. But I don't miss Karisu's relieved sigh. She keeps dropping manga quotes. Oh yeah, manga quotes. Does this mean what I think it means? Without Mayushi's info, Okarin would still be lost in the streets of Akaba. Mayuri's right. She did well this time. Anyway, it's time for Mayushi to go home. What about you, Chris-chan? Wanna go together? Thanks, but I'm going to stay here a little longer. Looks like Karisu's interested in the IBN 5100 and CERN after all. That reminds me, I haven't filled her in yet. Okay, but you should go home before it gets too late. See you tomorrow! Doo-doo-roo! Mayuri waves her hand as she leaves. Now then, Daru, when do you think we can use the IBN 5100 to hack CERN? Well... Daru talks as he plugs the IBN 5100's power adapter into the wall. He turns the machine on, and the power supply begins to make a turbulent noise. Wow, it actually turned on. First, I need to learn how to use this thing. It looks like hooking it up is going to be a pain. It might take a while. I can't play with this thing and search for the server admin's ID at the same time. Alright, prioritize the ID search. If possible, I'd like you to get the IBN 5100 ready to use this month. There's still 30 days left this month. It's not going to take that long. That's my super haka. Hold that thought, Christina. Of course. Have you found any leads yet? Nothing at all on my end. I've been to a lot of stores, but none of them had an IBN 5100 on display. Maybe I should have tried asking. Anyway, let me know if you found anything. Mocha. Uh-oh. Is she about to talk about how I went on my phone? Hey, Okabe. What? I look up. Karisu is glaring at me. What did you just call me? I called you Okabe. You called me Okabe. I take one step towards Karisu. She takes a step back. Time out. Daru tries to hold me back, but I shake him off and take a step closer. He just wants to get up close and touch a certain something. I try to just say he's just getting close. Karisu doesn't step back this time. Without taking her eyes off me, she bites her lip hard and curls her hands into fists. Did you just call me Okabe? I did. Problem? Yes. I'm younger than you, but you insist on calling me by ridiculous names like Christina and Zombie. So I don't think I need to show you any respect by adding San. And besides, I don't think that was the issue. I wasn't the issue. That's not the problem. I am not Okabe. I am Hyoin Kiyoma. How many times do I have to tell you, Christina? God, you're so full of yourself. From now on, call me Hyoin. That or Kiyoma? No. Karisu snaps at me and turns away. Are those tears I see in her eyes? Are you crying? I'm not crying. It's not like I was scared of you for a second there or anything. And I definitely wasn't relieved when you started talking like an idiot again, okay? Okay, so she's a bit sensitive, so can we please be nice to her? She stalks over to the window and stares outside. I see her wipe her eyes with the back of her hand. Seems she was crying after all. Daro, why is my assistant crying? She said so herself just now. All I did was correct her on my name. Maybe she only acts strong but is actually weak on the inside. That would be pretty Mo. Be quiet, you. As long as he doesn't get a nosebleed. Well, whatever. Back to checking mail. But I'm thirsty from this hard day's work. So before that, I take a fresh Dr. P out of the fridge. You know what? I'm also thirsty. I'll drink some water. Hey, aren't you going to tell me what's going on? I toss the bottle to Karisu once she turns around. Dr. People? Did I ever hear the full name? I always heard it as Dr. P. I didn't know it was Dr. People. What the hell? Karisu tries to catch it, but fails magnificently. She picks the bottle up off the floor, then shoots me a glare. I'll explain in a second. Drink that while you wait. Just don't open it right away since you dropped it, and since it was thrown. Gee, thanks. I need to send a reply to Shining Finger. He ended up being no help at all, but I suppose I can't just say nothing. Good boy. I got the goods. Over. I sent a concise a message as possible. He's gonna reply immediately. Now then. There it is. I turn my back to Karisu, but the reply comes before I can open my mouth. Turn around in less than 5 seconds. She must have her phone in hand 24/7. That's the only possible explanation. Probably. The goods? You found an IBN 5100. Gimme. Gimme? What nonsense is this? Sorry, but I'm not the owner. I can't just give it to you. It'll come again. I sent that. Another instant reply. Yeah. Fastest fingers in the West. Well, let me borrow it. It's easy to imagine what will happen if I lend it to her. She'll disappear, and I'll never see the IBN 5100 again. You could just invite her here, you know. No borrowing either. You can come over to our lab if you want to see it, but no touching. Good boy. Yes, definitely invite her. Oh, you even gave her the address right away. She'll be here in an instant. I add the lab's address and send the mail. No more replies come. Oh, she's not going to be like, I'm on my way or anything? She's just going to be right here? Sorry for the wait, Christina. I look up and see Karisu drinking the Dr. P. Oh? You're a fan of the doc, I see. What do you do you mean a fan? You literally gave that to her to drink. She's just accepting your hospitality. It's not like she just pulled that out of nowhere and started drinking it. I've lived 7 years at its birthplace after all. Okay, I guess she is a fan, but still, you just assume that out of nowhere. Excellent. We'll make great drinking buddies. I'm a minor. That's not what I meant. I meant Dr. P drinking buddies. Yeah, that should have been obvious. Is that all you drink? Kurisu shrugs her shoulders and takes another swig, signaling me to talk. And so, I explained how Daru and I hacked into CERN, and how they've already had the LHC in operation for 9 years, and how they've successfully created many black holes, and how it looks like they're researching time travel, and also how they haven't disclosed any of that to the world. Kurisu's expression grows more and more intense as she listens to the story. CERN certainly is acting strange, but how's the IBN 5100 involved? CERN's database uses an IBN 5100. So, the only way to decrypt that database is to use an IBN 5100 of our own. How do you know that? I have my sources, aka Daru. I won't drop Titor's. I'll write Titor as well. I won't drop Titor's name. I have no doubt this genius girl would laugh if I did. Kurisu puts a finger to her lip, deep in thought. Setting the IBN 5100 on such aside, I want to see proof that CERN's really doing that sort of research. True. We didn't get any definitive proof of CERN's time travel research last time we hacked them. Daru, will it take much longer to find the server admin's account? Actually, I was just thinking about doing that. It shouldn't take more than half a day, I guess. There you go. I'll wait until then. You'll wait? It's already getting dark. Why not go home for tonight and come back tomorrow morning? No thanks. I'll wait. I want to know as soon as possible, even if it's just a microsecond sooner. That's the spirit. You're already fascinated by the conspiracy. You can't help but want to know what lies at the heart of CERN. If what you guys are saying is true, then this isn't something to joke about. CERN is the world's top research institution. If they're doing secret experiments without publishing their results, they're making fools of scientists the world over. That's only if it's true, though. She finishes by emphasizing that point again. Doesn't look like she believes us. Anyway, Daru, I'll leave it to you. According to Daru's research, the IBN 5100 weighs 25 kilos. For now, we'll leave it on the shelf in the development room. We'll carry the cardboard box to the room, half dragging it. Kurisu follows. Can you show me the phone wave? The what? What's that? I can show you the phone wave name subject to change, but I don't know what the phone wave is. Indeed, I can. Want to experiment? You haven't been able to send another email to the past yet, right? Do you know why? I can only shake my head. Let's run some tests. Kurisu looks around the development room. Man, you have a ton of junk. Hey, Batman guy. Welcome in. Bat signal. Hope you're having a good day, Batman guy. Welcome in. Good to see you. It's not junk. Since you're new to the Future Gadget Laboratory, I'll explain. These are the glorious fruits of our science, the Future Gadgets. Future Gadgets 1 through 7 are stored here. The phone wave, from which you are already familiar, is gadget number 8. I'm sorry, did he just say the name incorrectly? Future Gadgets, huh? Harisu casually picks Future Gadget number 4. Mode snake up from the shelf and stare at it. Hey, isn't this a weapon? Future Gadget number 4. Mode snake. Designed after a Claymore landmine. Is an instant humidifier. How confusing. Insert water and turn the power on, and in mere seconds, it generates a thick cloud of steam. So it's junk. I thought so. Harisu sighs and returns Mode Snake to the shelf. I'm borrowing this. Hey, the lab coat. The one that's supposed to be Daru's. Without waiting for a reply, she grabs Daru's never-worn lab coat from the shelf and puts it on gallantly. Whoa. It's just not right without a lab coat. Overcome with emotion, I seize Karisu's hand and grasp it firmly. Hey! Assistant. You get it, don't you? Get what? Let go. If you're gonna do science, you need a lab coat, right? I told Daru over and over, but he wouldn't wear one. But my assistant is different. She put it on before I even said anything. I knew you were meant for this, Christina. You're the best assistant a mad scientist could ask for. I don't know if that's supposed to be a compliment, but it's coming off as an insult. Now let go. She shakes off my hand and turns her back to me. I'm giving you that lab coat to commemorate your joining the lab. Don't worry, it's never been worn. Or maybe this fateful encounter between you and that lab coat was decided by destiny long ago. Daru not wearing it was just another inevitability. This is the choice of STEINS. Shut up so we can start the experiment. I will say it looks good on her. I do kind of like it. It works for me. Harisu thrusts both hands into her lab coat's pockets, then bends down to look at the time machine, now placed underneath the table. The previous experiment broke the table, and even left a hole in the floor. There's a danger that will happen again if we successfully reproduce the discharge phenomenon. So unfortunately, we'll have to leave it on the floor for now. Is that maybe the issue? Maybe it can't be on the floor? Maybe it has to be up high? So, you haven't tampered with the microwave at all. I point to the X68000. There's a code on the screen. There's code on the screen. It's in terminal mode now. You can change the factory settings like this. Make the microwave do things its manufacturer never intended. How was it set when the discharge phenomenon occurred? Nothing out of the ordinary. It was at factory settings. I'll take a banana. A bunch of bananas only has 3 bananas left. Those are Mayuri's. Oh, now you care? Oh, so I don't need your permission then. I'll go buy new bananas tomorrow. Harisu takes one banana from the bunch, squats down and places it inside the phone wave named subject to change. You already didn't say that earlier. She begins to type on her phone. She pushes send, and the phone wave named subject to change begins to turn backwards. After 120 seconds, the chime rings. Nothing happened. The banana's still in the microwave, unjellified. Ow! Harisu yelps as she tries to take out the banana, and quickly draws back her hand. Is it hot? It is. She starts blowing on her fingers. It's hot. Meaning the microwave functioned normally. This proves that the hidden function Mayuri found wasn't a freezing function. But we knew that already. Undaunted, Harisu throws in a new banana, and once again begins reverse rotation for 120 seconds. But the second banana warms up too. We can't reproduce the jellification phenomenon, much less send mail to the past. What does this mean? I guess what happened earlier was an irregularity after all. I don't know if it's an irregularity or not, but we ought to investigate the cause. I agree. We agree for once. But Karisu's motives and my motives are probably the exact opposite. My assistant here wants to disprove my theory that the phone wave named subject to change is, in fact, a time machine. In the previous experiment, after spending 120 seconds in the phone wave named subject to change, the banana teleported back to the bunch jellified. We should consider that it returned to its state 120 seconds before. Wrong. If it returned to its state 120 seconds before, it wouldn't be jellified. So she wants to say that because it was jellified, it didn't travel back in time. The chicken returned to its frozen state without jellifying. That logic is dubious. Sure, it ended up frozen, but did you examine the possibility that it might have jellified first? No, I didn't. I think Mayuri ate the refrozen chicken. The salt didn't jellify. You mean nothing changed? After the discharge phenomenon occurred, last time, we spent all night experimenting with cabbage, radishes, rice, konjac, melon bread, crunchy-kun, and cup noodles. Nothing happened. The same thing with liquids. On that day, our success rate took a 180-degree turn. Before the discharge phenomenon, everything succeeded. After the discharge phenomenon, everything failed. Is the microwave storing electricity? You said that jellified objects became fractal structured, right? Salt is a simple structure by nature, so maybe that had an effect. But how could electricity be related? Here, we should think under the assumptions of time travel theory. No, it's not good to start thinking from the conclusion. We've already had several successful experiments. You can't deny them. I'm not especially concerned whether this thing is a time machine or not. To begin with, it's physically impossible for this tiny little microwave to produce energy equivalent to the Big Bang. Harisu frowns deeply. We can't reproduce the discharge phenomenon, nor the fractalization. There should be a reason why. We haven't changed our methods, we haven't changed the settings, we haven't changed the experimental subjects either. There must be some other variable. Maybe it's the one who observes it. What do you mean by that? Quantum theory. The observer is an important element to the experiment. There were 4 of us here when the discharge phenomenon occurred last time, but before that it occurred when Hashida-san was alone. Each time fractalization occurred, there were either 2 or 3 people observing. You and I saw both phenomena. In other words, the conditions haven't changed. In that case... We have no idea. There must be some other variable. Yawn. It's on the tip of my tongue. Then I hear a rumbling sound from Karisu's stomach. Would you like me to make you something to eat? Hungry? Shut up! I haven't eaten anything since lunch. Karisu turns away as she looks at her watch. It's already 8? Just eat a banana. But only one of the 2 we just warmed. They are, after all, the fruit of our experiments. He just wanted to say that pun. Or you could take something from our stock of cup noodles. Don't want any? Well, since you have lived in America for so long, guess you'd prefer fast food instead. Cup noodles. What? I'll have cup noodles. Cup noodles? What flavors? There's soy sauce flavor and chicken flavor. I like beef. I like beef and chili. I like to take a beef one and a chili one and mix them. Although I don't do cup noodles. Chicken. She seems to be in the mood to eat. Also, do you have a fork? It's past midnight. At 8 o'clock, the 2 of us silently ate cup noodles and warm bananas. Daru said he didn't want it, and ever since then we've been examining the phone wave name subject to change. I've mainly focused on the terminal mode settings though, through the X68000. The programs Daru wrote are all wizard class though, so I can't understand most of them. Harisu's been examining the AC adapter in the lab's electrical switchboard for a while, though we stopped her when she tried to disassemble them. Wait, what happened to Mocha? Is she bad with directions? Because she hasn't shown up yet. And it's early morning, and she still shows no sign of leaving. Where is she staying anyway? She's been in Japan for 1 or 2 months, and she did say she was going back to America this month. The trains aren't running this late, so I guess she might not be able to leave even if she wants to. But in that case, why didn't she leave before the train stopped? She already explained why. Don't tell me she plans to stay. No girls have ever stayed over at the lab. Mayuri has a curfew, so she always goes back home to Ikebukuro. Daru and I frequently stay here, though. It's not an exaggeration to say we live here half the time. Maybe it's normal for American girls to stay overnight in labs. It is not. Christina, is it okay to stay here this late? Perhaps you should contact her family. No need. What? Do your parents let you do whatever you want? Harisu turns to me and sighs. I haven't seen my father in 7 years. My mother is in America. I'm living in a hotel right now. Understand? What? Living in a hotel? Well, true. Renting an apartment for just a month is absurd, but... damn celebrity. If you're American, then you should at least use a motel instead of a hotel, right? I'm not American. And there aren't any motels in the heart of Tokyo. What sort of hotel? What do you mean? It's a normal hotel in Ochanomizu? Ochanomizu? I have no idea, I'm sorry. I struggle with pronouncing English half the time. No way I can pronounce other languages. Then you can walk there from here, can't you? Sure. I see. That's why she's so flexible with her schedule. I finally understand. So, tell me about your father. Sorry? You said you haven't seen him in 7 years. Why do you care about my father? You're the one who mentioned him. Isn't that basically a hidden message saying, please give me some advice about my father, please? You're crazy. You are my assistant, and I can't let my assistant have any worries. So tell me everything that's on your mind. Kurisu pouts and says no more. Instead, she glares at the circuit box on the wall. What's wrong? I have nothing to say to you. Oh, I know. Your father was a hero, but then he fell to evil. Now he wears a black mask and cape and goes, what? Cool, right? And in the future, you two are destined to fight and... I think I heard Kurisu's teeth grind. You're really mad at me, aren't you? Don't make fun. Kurisu doesn't look me in the eye, but her low voice tells me how mad she is. Of people's family issues like that. You're trampling on my heart. Could her father's situation be a landmine? Maybe I should apologize. I try to think of the words, but before I can say anything... Excuse me? Hell yeah! Oh, it was Daru. Daru's war cry echoes through the lab. Did you get it? Mission complete. Mission complete. Daru shows his white teeth in a wide grin as he gives a thumbs up. I got the server admin's ID and password. Now we can peep as much as we want. Yahoo! And the IBN 5100 database. That's separate. Duh. The server admin's unrelated. I mean, it's a database with normally unreadable code, so there's a limit on who can access it. Doesn't look like even the lab director can access it. There are positions higher than that? There's something called the CERN Executive Council. So they call it a council, eh? What about it? It's a fitting name for our enemy. Kurisu looks at me coldly. Whatever. Let's leave the IBN 5100 database for another day. Run a search for data on time travel research. Okie dokie. That Z program we saw last time was suspicious, wasn't it? That and the Jellyman's report. We couldn't get concrete information on either before. Trying to get around. I just got a best viewers comment, but thankfully it was auto modded, so thankfully it doesn't show up to you guys. Kurisu stares holes into the monitor. Her angry expression has disappeared. Look carefully, and burn it into your eyes. The proof of CERN's actions. Its deceit upon the world. Oh, yeah, baby! Found the LHC project supervisor. The supervisor? That's a pretty important post. Right now, we're peeking inside his computer. Z program. Z obviously stands for jelly. Ziri. Jelly starts with a J. Jelly. Careless mistake. So uncool. What I meant to say is that there's no way it would have such a simple name. The name's hiding something important. Or it has to be a double meaning. Daru, who's been searching through the log, suddenly stops. Got it. He displays a graphic on the monitor. It looks like a scan of a very old paper document. The letterhead reads Z program, top secret. The program began in 1973. Oh, sorry. The program began in 1973. When was CERN formed? 1954. I asked Aru, but Kurisu answers instead. Her tone flapped. I thought that maybe CERN was formed with the Z program in mind, but 54 means my guess was off. When was the IBN 5100 put on market? 1975. So maybe that's why the IBN 5100 was central to CERN's operation. The years match, after all. No, that's wrong. It can't be something as stupidly simple as that. It could be. There has to be a worldwide conspiracy involved. There does not have to be, you damn chuny. Maybe IBM hid their proprietary programming language in the IBM 5100 for the sole purpose of its use in CERN's Z program. IBM and CERN are co-conspirators. And both of them are being manipulated from the shadows by an even larger organization. Yeah, that's way more interesting. Ugh, a JPEG? Come on, I can't copy-paste this. Daru mutters some complaint. The text isn't in French. What's on screen right now looks like English. Actually, there's French, Dutch, and German versions too. The content looks the same, though. CERN's purpose heading into the 21st century shall be to establish control over space and time, thereby to enable the destruction of extant history and the creation of an everlasting utopia. Ruled by the committee that encompasses the entirety of past and future events. Kurisu suddenly starts speaking on a stilted clip. Oh, right. Maki says she can do English. Way to go, assistant. Your study abroad in America was all for the sake of today, wasn't it? Of course not. Stop assigning people roles in your fantasy world. Daru relinquishes his chair, allowing Kurisu to sit in front of the computer. In order to maintain this project's secrecy, and to allow its name to remain relevant in changing circumstances, we designated the Z program. Z, like the Greek omega or the Cyrillic Ya, It is forbidden to assign any meaning to this name or to seek in its significance beyond the project itself. Negative returns are predicted should this edict be violated. The Z program is a top-secret project spanning international borders. Like electromagnetic wave research, it has been approved for top priority funding by the Committee of 300. Henceforth, all other research performed by SERN shall function to keep the Z program's existence secret. I guess Kurisu's reading the preface to a document. It's getting rather dull. Is there anything specific about what exactly the Z program is? Yeah, tell us the deets. Daru types on the keyboard from the side, bringing up another window. Ah, here. This can't be. Kurisu bends forward and stares wide-eyed at the words on the screen. What is it? The purpose of the Z program is to perform time-space displacement experiments by means of high-energy proton-proton collisions. Time-space displacement experiments. In other words, time travel. I have to struggle to keep from shouting. I quickly run over to the window and close it. It might make it hotter inside, but it would be worse if people outside overheard us. No way. It was true? You're telling me they've been deceiving the world for nearly 40 years? Just as I suspected. A great shadow lurks behind CERN. Most likely the organization, or one of its puppets. What organization, you Chinibio nutjob? At least try to be serious some of the time. Don't be ridiculous. My words are always grounded in truth. Anyway, shouldn't it be the committee instead of the organization? That's what it says here. The Committee of 300. I don't think they mean CERN's Executive Council. What are they talking about? The world is full of lies. It's not as beautiful as you think. Listen, Okarin. I am listening. The Committee of 300 is the dark power that controls every secret society, every government, and every multinational corporation. You're making things up again. It's the truth. Google it if you don't believe me. That does not help your case. Until now, the human race, for all its accomplishments, has never been able to overcome the barrier called time. The technology of time travel, which can break through that barrier, will change the course of human history, literally. As it was when we split the atom, this forbidden fruit has the potential to grant us godlike power. Not a man exists who can resist its temptation. And naturally, all those with power will use any means at their disposal to obtain it. Human morality is naught but a joke to those who would stand with the gods. Understand, Christina? Wow, that was quite a speech. Since you seem to know so much about it, does that mean you're aiming for godhood too? What Hyo and Kiyoma desires is the destruction of all who would call themselves gods, the collapse of their hateful system, and a glorious new age of chaos. I'm not asking Hyoin. I'm asking Okabe. I am Hyoin. In other words, you don't have your own reason. Damn you, assistant. How dare you attack my very identity? Forget about him, Makise. Please keep reading. Daru, what do you mean forget about me? I'm tired of listening to conspiracy theories. I'm more interested in the Z program than in your delusions. Damn. Traitor. But true, nonetheless. I told you, they're not delusions. And they're not theories. But Daru does have a point. He sure does. Our top priority now is to expose the dark side of the International Research Organization, known as CERN. Continue, Assistant. At least show respect when you're asking for a favor. Though huffing out complaints, Harisu obediently goes back to translating. Stage 1. Construction and implementation of the Large Hadron Collider. Over the past half-century, beginning with the proton synchrotron completed in 1959, particle accelerator technology has reached the point where standardized results may be obtained. Stage 2. Implementation and testing of lifter technology. The formation of more than 2 artificial localized singularities, as well as the formation of curved black holes, will become possible when this stage is complete. In order to hide the program's true goal, it is necessary to intentionally leak misinformation regarding the formation of black holes. Stage 3. Animal experimentation. Stage 4. Harisu stops talking. She takes a deep breath, then finally mutters angrily. Human experimentation. For real? A chill runs up my spine. I admit it. Some part of me still saw this as a game. I was elated to discover that an institution as respected as CERN was actually doing time travel research. After all, we ourselves had succeeded, whether by chance or design, in producing our own time travel phenomenon. I thought that maybe we could beat CERN to the first functional time machine design. And wouldn't that be something? Technically, they already beat us. And it's the fact that they did that we're able to do this because of the time machines that have been used to come back in time with John. And now, just like I said to Kurisu, the world is full of lies. Morals are meaningless. Was it really okay for us to get involved in this? Hey, Ocarin, remember when we hacked in before? I'm pretty sure that email we read said this. Result error. Human is dead. Mismatch. For details, see the Jellyman's report. So that was the human experimentation, so they're already on stage 4. Doesn't that mean that the animals succeeded, though? Someone died? Could that have something to do with human experimentation? My throat goes dry. Cold sweat seeps through my brow. It's not because of the heat. Harisu and Daru are waiting for me to speak. Are they entrusting the decision to me? I ask myself, is this really okay? Are you sure? There's no turning back. True. But can I live with myself if I ignore this conspiracy? Daru. Look up the Jellyman's report. Really? Really. But first, Christina. You should leave. Why are you suddenly... The Jellyman's report. It just gives me a bad feeling. Once we see it, we can no longer return to our normal lives. You're a genius. You're already published. You're already published, for crying out loud. There's no need to throw away your promising future. Are you worried about me? Of course I am. You are my assistant, after all. Okay, so it's still sort of selfish with this whole assistant bit, but maybe he's actually being a good guy? Although I'm also concerned that he just wants to have more credit to himself, maybe. Because she is already published. I keep telling you, I'm not your assistant. Thanks for your concern, but I'm not leaving. We need to expose this truth to the world. No. It's too dangerous. You're chickening out? We're powerless against this conspiracy. One wrong move, and they'll have us erased. But still, this isn't a game. I'm not joking here. Fine. I won't tell anyone. Though her expression shows she still doesn't agree, she finally submits. But I'm not leaving. It'll keep me awake at night. You won't regret this? I won't. She declares firmly. I don't know if it's her competitive spirit, or if it's her bravery, or if she's just ignorant to the ways of the world. But it doesn't look like I can persuade her to back down. What about you, Daru? Prepared? Well, I am a super hacker. He's comfortable even in this situation. And with my skills, they'll never know we were there. Don't get too cocky now. That settles it. It's good that Mayuri's not here. I can't get her involved. Not that she would be. I look Daru and Kurisu in the eye. Alright. Let's begin. Kurisu gives the seat to Daru. Lagrin? Okay. Henceforth, this shall be known as Operation Lagrin's Chest. Why Norse mythology? Is that Norse mythology? Because it's cool, I guess. Anyway, what is it with men in military terms? Daru, begin the operation. I think I'm going to end it there. Because this sounds like this is about to be a whole thing, and I think we're almost at 3 hours. I think that's good for today. I might try to go a little longer on Saturday. But I think I'll call it there for today. Who can raid? Oh, here we go. We can raid Iki. The first time she showed up was to a STEINS Gate stream, so this is perfect. I get to raid her back. So we'll raid Iki. Here's the raid message for followers. I stirred up shit in Zomboid. Sounds fun. Here's the raid message for subs. Copy and paste whatever message you want and say hello to Iki. And thank you everyone who was here with me, who were in chat and who were just lurking. I appreciate it as always. I hope you all have a good morning, day, or night, whatever time it is for you guys. I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone. And by the way, Iki is playing AI Somnium, which means I will have to not pay attention, because I need to play that one as well. But so she's also doing a visual novel, but it's actually got much more gameplay. So, bye, everyone.